Wait, what are you doing? Not. I am not paying I am not paying my tax money. Get out. Support. Get out of this type of now.
Like, subscribe, you know the deal. Let's get into it.
But ma'am,
Don't assume my gender.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Don't assume your gender. What are your pronouns then?
They and Z and princess.
Princess? Damn.
It's literally like she held up a mirror in front of them, showing them like, yeah, this is how ridiculous you sound, by the way. And clearly that resonated, because she really hit that damn.
So I got served today at the pharmacy, and I'm not saying men can't look like this, because please, go off, kings. But like, I'm not doing damage to masculinity. I think y'all are when you serve me, when you call me a man, right? Like, I'm not a man. Don't consider me for the pool of men. And maybe the people who are like, oh, masculinity's in decline, well, stop thinking I'm doing anything with it. I'm not part of that equation.
Yeah, I'm really glad that she is not part of the equation. I need bleach. My innards are on fire. Let's move on.
I just went through the Taco Bell drive-thru because I'm a for Taco Bell. And do you know how they greeted me? They said, hello, ma'am. And then after handing me my food, said, thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. What about me says ma'am?
I love that she wears the red flag on her head. Oh no, someone treated me with respect. I'm not used to that. How dare you address me based on the way I look when you don't know anything about me?
Opinions. I mean, I was just presenting the question. Maybe.
You know how I feel about it? Like, I am a high value woman, and like, I can't just be giving my body, like I don't know, like purity. I told you, like, purity is like a big deal for me. So I'm not forcing you to stay.
Yeah, so if you couldn't tell, the high value woman, the pure woman on your screen, well, you can see her body for $5 a month on her OF.
Let's imagine your guys' kids are in middle school and your guys' kid's friend finds all of your pictures online and everybody starts sharing it in the classroom and they start teasing your kid and making fun of your kid. There's kids that themselves over this, okay? Hold on. If your kid is in middle school or whatever and they're getting made fun of by all the other kids who found your pornography online, at that point in time, are you gonna regret it, or are you gonna be like, no, I'm happy that I made that decision, my kid can go himself?
Why should the mother who is a consenting adult who chose to do and be crucified for her adult decision? Shouldn't it be the kids who are bullying the child who led them to commit?
Bro, no,
I'm sorry.
I was like, so it's okay to bully them.
Completely avoiding response. No, we're saying it's wrong to bully.
The pace she talks at, the tone she talks with, it's very indicative of the fact that, wow, yeah, it's not a surprise that that's what she stands for. She's avoiding responsibility like her brain cells avoid functioning. Or should I say, she's avoiding responsibility like her brain cells avoid functioning.
But with my job, like, obviously a lot of men just tend to jump to sexualizing me. So I want, if a man is truly interested in me, I want to see that with him taking me out on dates and getting to know me as a person outside of my job and wanting to have sex with me.
I've heard that from porn stars.
I mean,
don't you guys think it's unfair for you to say that it's unfair for a man to sexualize you guys when your occupation is literally titled sex work?
I think if a man's brain is that small that he can't wrap his head around like work versus real life, then he's not worth dating.
But your work is not traditional work.
You're the one that took something that's real life, intimate, and loving and turned it into work. That's what you need to recognize.
We didn't create
No, as of the last maybe 40 years, the rest of humanity treated it as something intimate and loving and sacred for years. Now you've turned it into a career and something for you to make money off of. So yeah, there's no, it makes sense that you're completely desensitized and you're never going to understand.
I don't even know why she's sitting on the other side of the table. Get her on the other side. She does not belong there. Well, I mean, I guess trash doesn't really understand accountability. This chick is literally as sharp as a bowling ball.
What's your biggest red flag in a girl?
A girl who does OnlyFans.
A girl who does OnlyFans. Is that like #1 top red flag?
Yeah, not wife material, no self-respect. Hard no.
Hey, yep. I get that. I'm feeling you. So if that's what I do, then it's a hard no.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
That's a man that knows what he wants and knows what matters in a woman. You gotta respect that.
Do you know what the leading cause of death for pregnant people is?
Pregnant people?
Mm-hmm.
Mothers?
women?
If you'd like to call them mothers, not all of them are mothers.
What are they if they're not mothers?
They're pregnant people.
What people other than mothers are pregnant?
It's interesting because you come into this conversation, trying to hold this moral superiority. But when I use inclusive language, which it only takes a couple extra syllables to use inclusive language,
To include
and
who?
it seems to include people who don't, identify as women but can become pregnant.
So you're telling me that in order to be a moral person, I need to accept the idea that a man can really become a woman. That's a prerequisite of my being a moral person.
I mean, yes.
I would like to identify, I do identify actually, as the correct person on this issue. And I would just ask that you accept and affirm my identity.
That's not your identity.
That is I promise you, that's my identity.
I can identify as a man and be pregnant, but as soon as I identify as correct, I'm immoral? If anyone besides mothers are getting pregnant, they're either bloating or severely obese.
Do you believe that doing OnlyFans, does that give you confidence? Does that build your confidence? Do you feel more confident because you do OnlyFans?
I think, actually, yeah.
Because I think it's a false sense of confidence. Because here's the reason why I say this. Because OnlyFans gives you confidence because it's based on looks. It's only based on looks. You're not having Pulitzer Prize conversations with people that are checking out your titties and your vagina. So the second the OnlyFans is done or your looks fade, then what are you left with?
It's the perfect example of having a responsible parent in your life to teach you this stuff, Surely, you can't feel that confident when some sweaty basement dweller is creeping on you for $4.99 a month.
I have been lecturing for years, and usually I'd go to debate and spar with some women's studies professors because I occupy a different position in sort of feminist theory. But now, these days, I go and it's not the women's studies people, it's the students who come, the activists, to demonstrate. They set up safe rooms. I spoke at Oberlin.
Safe rooms from you?
From me. And I have to have bodyguards. At Oberlin, I had a detail of police.
What, didn't they also have a therapy dog?
Yes. Here's the thing. They weren't
from you because you.
No, a young woman. Well, they had these safe rooms set up, and 30 women and a therapy dog fled to the safe space. I triggered a dog, and I feel bad about the dog.
Yeah, the fragility. It's not just women. Let's be honest. It's the
fainting couch feminism.
I feel bad about the dog as well. It's hanging out with the wrong crowd. You know the adage of if you can't have a civilized conversation or a civilized argument, then we failed as a society? It's actually true, because why does an older lady in her late 50s need security detail from college students to be protected from college students who are supposed to be the future leaders or just members of our society?
Who bought you those shades?
These shades? My sugar daddy.
Did you have to give them sugar for that?
Never be afraid to ask men in El Paso for money. These men are so ugly, they will always pay up. These shades, this man was broke. He's gonna pay for them. He's gonna pay for it, babe. You better not ask him for money.
Gold diggers are just proud of it now. I don't know. It seems a bit counterproductive to advocate for independence in women and then encouraging them to go ask men for money. I don't know, man. I wonder, where did the traditional women go?
On talent alone, for example, as a yardstick, the US women's football team were beaten by a group of under 15 boys from Texas, right? Who were very good, under 15 boys, but their under 15 boys team beat them, I think, about 8-9-0 or something. So why should women footballers, who are clearly nowhere near as good as their male counterparts, just technically, why should they get paid anything like as much money?
Well, I mean, it sucks, doesn't it, that as a woman, okay, you play volleyball, I'm a surfer, I absolutely love surfing. It's very hard for women to build up a body strength. This is something that I've learned very much the hard way. And so,
surfers, by the way, there is equal pay.
Yeah, there is. And actually, it's one of those sports where...
Can a woman be as good as a man or not?
Well, it's different. It's a different sport, really. It's not, it is the same sport, but it's very different watching a woman surf than it is watching a man surf because, the average male body is different from the average woman, woman's body.
Okay, so she admits that men and women are different bodies, pretty much meaning there is a skill gap, meaning people will pay more to watch men's sports sports since they're more competitive and interesting because there's a higher skill level.
Technical reason why a woman can't do with a surfboard what a man can do.
Yeah, there's loads of reasons. Like, it is about the upper body strength. It's about, like, the way that the body is built.
So should women surfers at the elite level get the same as men?
But, like, again, I think it just is different. Like, it's a different kind of game, and people watch it, I
Pearl,
think,
you're
for different
shaking your head.
reasons.
No, I just think when we start making the same amount of money as the men, then we should get paid the same as the men. I don't hear the men whining about OnlyFans models getting paid more than them. I don't hear the men whining about models getting paid more than them. Kendall Jenner is the highest paid supermodel. Where are the male supermodels? But whenever men dominate in an industry, women will just complain.
Yeah, you don't hear me going, ugh, why does Kendall Jenner get paid so much for her incredible model-like features and I don't, huh? Aren't we all equal? Let's be real. This woman has probably gone to like 2 sports games in her lifetime and doesn't realize that the women athletes are being paid proportionate to the revenue they bring in and the men are being paid proportionate to the revenue they bring in, which actually more so defines equality and not just paying women more for the sake of it.
Palestine will live forever! When people are occupied, resistance is justified!
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Victory for Palestine!
We love the children. The children.
What an impression. Wow. Bro, that kid is clueless. He's blank. He has no idea why he's even there. My god.
What's going on with you, bro? Get this chick a energy drink too.
Because you don't speak about serious topics. Stop on some serious topics.
Okay, oh, you want to get back to the double what the okay.
No.
I always take women seriously who have blood written on their arm every time.
She wants to talk about the serious topics.
You even treat me like just because of my tattoo and you don't
Treat
even
you how you act.
Oh my God,
you don't even
bro, you're on you're the one
guys.
being disrespectful on camera like, oh, I'm so bored. Stop talking about how we're treating you. You're not conducting yourself properly. Be chipper, relax.
Don't say that I'm perfect, bro.
Oh, okay, call me bro. All right.
I don't claim to be the perfect, okay? I know I'm a bad
Sorry that you didn't get attention while we were talking to her for 10 minutes. But yeah, you're not conducting yourself. You're not.
was not taking
You're accusing us of
attention.
not being respectful
Wow.
towards you, and you're literally like saying.
You say I can't have serious topics because of my tattoo. That's what he just said.
And you're looking
Yeah, that
bored.
was-
He made a joke.
I didn't realize crackheads were OF models too. When did that start happening? Although, in all seriousness, when you have a tattoo that says that, you're surprised people treat you that way. What? Especially after you're disrespecting everyone by showing that you're so bored and you're above everyone and they're having meaningless conversations. Come on, like there's the lack of self-awareness, man.
Today. And I'm going to leave a little donation here. Leave it on the cow horn.
Okay, what the hell am I watching? There's more. Not the food, not the food.
Bakery, fresh bread. Bakery.
If I open a tray of food and I see used underwear, just underwear in general, I'm throwing hands. I'm suing the entire country. Oh my god.
So I'm back out, leaving donations, and I'm going to leave this pair.
No, just no. So basically, this OF model thought she could just leave her underwear in a public place on fresh food on an honorary statue to promote her site. And you know what? Guess what? She got kicked out of the country, she got deported, and I still think they let her off easy.
Systematically, white people benefit from the system. They've always been able to benefit from the system in America. They're constantly putting in jobs. I've gone to work with the same qualifications as other white women, and they have gotten the job over me. And not because I'm not qualified, not because I'm not this or I don't look a certain way, because inherently they're racist.
I agree with you, but
I'm not saying I'm absolved from being racist. I'm saying black people don't have the power to act on their racism. We can't.
No, that's not. I have to stop you on
We
this.
don't have the power.
Can I say something about regarding, because I see it out from the outside perspective. Okay, like I identify as Jewish, even though I'm half Muslim, right? And I cannot hide. I mean, I can hide my Judaism, whatever.
Okay.
You cannot hide it. When you go to the street, people, of course, gonna prejudge you and assume stuff like
Exactly.
you're gonna do this. I totally
Exactly.
get it. But with that being said, I'll give you an example. When the Jews finished the Holocaust, they come to America.
guys.
Well, let me just finish this sentence.
We're getting way off track here.
Please, I want to just finish that. When the Jews come to America after the Holocaust, they didn't sit and cry about it. They created job to other people. Unfortunately, it's up on you to prove people with your brain.
Oh,
if
boy.
people want to be assholes and judge you, wait,
thing
wait.
I hear from every person that
Wait,
isn't
you
black.
don't know what I want to say.
Should I do
People
an
gonna judge you.
Should I do an
Stop in your
assault?
hands. People gonna
Assault.
judge you always. People gonna be always judgmental towards your skin color. They're gonna judge
Absolutely.
you that you're not smart, that you're this, that you're that. I agree with that completely. I've seen it with my own eyes. But it's nothing to do about it except being better.
I don't know if it's just me or she threw that "you're not smart" thing kind of masked as like an insult. That's really what it felt like. Also, just because someone got the job, it was because of their race? How do you know what qualifications they had? How are you sure that they had the same qualifications as you? Just because you're interviewing for the same job, newsflash, doesn't mean you guys have the exact same qualifications. I don't know. That just sounds racist to me. It's a bit ironic.
Okay, is it okay if I touch you?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay if I touch you?
Go right ahead.
Before we get started, do you mind if I touch you? I'm also gonna cut my fucking hair. Do you mind if I touch you? Are you serious, bro? Just cut my hair.
Is it cool if I touch you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
It's usually just customary that I ask the person before I touch them. Just cut it, cuz.
And what were your pronouns?
She, they.
She, they too.
Yay!
Look at us, we're twins.
He, him.
She, her.
And what are your pronouns? Are you fucking serious, bro? Just cut my hair.
What are your pronouns? They, them. She, they. I'm glad we exchanged those. Yes.
And what are your pronouns? Listen, bro, I don't do that shit. Bro, don't fucking touch me. Don't. I'm out of here. Fuck.
Yeah, we all have conversations with our barbers, but unless your barber is like a wizard who's levitating all his tools to cut your hair without touching you, there's no need for them to do all that, man. This is an exchange. I pay you to touch me. Okay, not like that though. Don't be weird.